Hello everybody, Zeidoktor here, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to My Hero Academia, Chapter 129, Eri. And we get a few minutes ago flashback of Deku and Mirio just doing their patrol. Deku's a bit nervous just because even Mirio workplace experience lets you go out and patrol. And Mirio was wondering if Deku's nervousness is trauma from the Villain Alliance attack, or Gemini's Boxy's Villain Alliance with League of Villains, the same thing. And Deku just it's actually kind of the opposite, because so much is happening. He lacks experience with the basic hero activities, which Mirio finds kind of weird. But it's okay. Zer's group are the ones who are monitoring the vicinity of the perp stomping ground. We're just going to patrol the perimeter. I'll teach you loads of stuff. And Deku's thinking that Zer wants Deku to go see the gap between him and Mirio by watching Mirio at work. And so I wonder why he also wonders why All Might never told him about Mirio. And at which point Mirio speaks up. We never told each other our hero names. Oh, Deku's like, I'm Deku. Deku, as in Blockhead? Are you okay with that? Yep. And I'm actually pulling up a quick little thing on here because let's see here. No. Here we are. Yeah, because it's a little bit translated here. It's like Zemini's box says Rumillion, while manga stream says Lumillion, so this is an RL thing. And he declares that he can't save all of the people like All Might can, but he took a name that'll make me a guy who can save millions. And it sounds like the man Remy or Roman, something like that. Cool, huh? Remy or Roman, sick. Anyway, he goes on to explain that when we don the costumes and hit the town, we are heroes. So don't lay your guard down, Deku. Yes, Vermilion. And now we're back here, where Deku's face to face with the capo of the Eightfold Cleansers, which is what they call him here on the translations, Chisaki, or how as we know him, Overhaul. The man is apologizing for his daughter. She's been horsing around too much, so she's a bit scraped up. Worries me sick. Before Deku can even finish reacting, Mirio throws Deku's mask on. Your mask slipped off again. You sure you got the right measurements for him? At which point he's looking at Mirio's like, what are you thinking to himself? What are you talking about? And Mirio's just, you're the one who should be saying sorry. At which point Deku's like, oh, it's my expression. It can't be. It's probably showing on my face. But I can't let my emotions show. We're supposed to know nothing about each other. If you get suspicious, then it'll hinder Night Eye's work. At which point Mirio's like, that kick-ass mask must be from the cleansers. They're famous around these parts. And Deku's like, gotta be safe. Gotta act natural. Let it go. While Mirio's just kind of talking up to Chisaki. Don't worry about this old thing. I'm just Overall, like, don't worry about this old thing. I'm just sensitive to germs. This is the first time I've seen either of you newbie heroes. You're quite young. Oh yeah, we're still new, so we're all nervous. All right, stand up, partner. Let's go face the unknown future. What offices are you with? At which point, rather than answer directly, Mirio's like, we're still students. In fact, we're such fledgling to be presumptuous to even think of being with an office right now. We're just being allowed to patrol around a little for our workplace experience, that's all. And Deku's realizing what he's doing, like he's being cautious, and he himself can't make sure they slip Sir's name out. Let's get out of here fast. Right then, we gotta keep on patrolling the area till noon. Time to go. Right, but at that point, little girl Eri just clutches on Deku, begging him not to go. At which point it's like, your daughter, she seems scared. Yes, because I just scolded her. Mirio's trying to whisper in that, Deku, you can't show too much suspicion. Let's go. But Deku just keeps pushing it, like, but I can't say these are the kinds of bandages you'd get from too much horsing around. And he also thinks to himself that she's clutching onto him for dear life. She falls down a lot. A child this small, so scared she's shaking and won't say a word. I really, really don't think that's normal. And he's like, again, Deku's thinking, that's right, this is not natural. Overall, it's like, please don't go imposing your own ideas of what's normal on other people's home lives. Mirio's like silently begging him to stop because he clearly does not want to stop questioning him. If he gets too wary of us, then we'll start losing hold of him. Be safe. Let him go. But that gives him so aware of what Mirio's probably thinking to himself. He's like, no, if we do that, that'd be even more suspicious. It's not natural. The second we throw on our costumes and hit the town, we're heroes. We're heroes. And he's thinking to himself also that when a hero sees a child tremble, there's no way they can avert their eyes. What are you doing to her? He asks out loud. I swear, heroes are all so sensitive to the smallest things. Fine, I understand. It's embarrassing, so I'd rather not talk about it out in public. Would you follow me over there? It's like, if anything happens, I'll deal with it. It's not like we can just make off with her, like that's Mirio to Deku. To tell you the truth, I've been quite worried about Eri lately. No matter what I say, she does nothing but rebel. Worried about raising her, is it? Sounds rough. It is. Kids are hard to understand, let me tell you. It honestly makes me think I could turn into a very different kind of person. He says he's getting ready to take off his gloves. And the moment he starts doing that, Eri, breaks away from Deku and runs up to Overhaul. What now? Done with your little tantrum? Eri nods, but this is how it's always like. I'm sorry to bother you with all this. Again, sorry for the trouble. Good luck on the job. Deku's confused about what's going on, but Mirio stops him from going further. We're not chasing after them. Didn't you notice how he made a show of his murderous intent to reel that kid back in? Chase too far and he'll just make him harder to catch. Come on, let's respect Sir's orders. Meanwhile, Overhaul himself is the kids these days are more disease-ridden than ever. Chrono, prepare my bath. Meanwhile, we have a masked guy I'm sorry, Capo. Look for just a second, the damn kid pulled a runner and cleaned that up. It turns the guy into a blood splatter. They're suffering from chronic heroism. Eri, you've got to stop being so selfish. And note here that Eri's name is in kanji to be certain kanji with the meaning of to destroy. He brings her into a room with a very creepy doctor-like chair and all sorts of lab equipment. You form the core of the plan after all. I'm asking you nicely. Don't make me dirty my hands any more than this, okay? At that point, a minion comes up. Overall, you got a call. It's from Shigaraki from the League of Villains. Says he's got an answer for you. And that is where the chapter ends. And dang, like I said, a lot of this was stuff I saw predicted on other boards and such, that Deku would be forced to watch the little girl walk away from him. Because in this situation, he could not rescue her without picking a fight with someone he's not in a position to fight. And Mirio is aware that he's actually trying to follow orders, but Deku's he's taking the heroic route here. I also do like that Mirio is the quicker thinker on this certain situation. He throws Deku's mask on him to keep his face hidden, and he's able to kind of talk it through. But anyway, Deku's kind of right too. The moment with Eri acting the way she was, he could not just let her go. But not easily. Not until Eri herself kind of gave him the excuse. So now we just have the question of what is he doing to that little kid, and what is it that's making them dangerous. And one theory I saw is that it's sort of like the X-Men 2 movie, or the X-Men character Leech, where her quirk is somehow able to nullify other quirks. One thing's certain though, Overhaul has definitely got her frightened. There's no question about that. It's still a bit early to see what's going on here, but again, we see Overhaul's power just blowing people up with a touch. And we don't know yet what all this equipment's about, but like I said, that's one reason why I think the whole the whole leech thing is probably a good thought. I don't know if it's true or not yet. It's just not enough to say just yet. Probably going to be determined by what's underneath all those bandages on her arms. As for Shigaraki, like I said, this ends with him having a response for Overhaul. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. Is he going to tell Overhaul to go screw himself? or is he going to maybe be clever about it? Because this is also kind of showing Shigaraki's development as a villain alongside Deku as a hero. He's got competition. He can't stand for that. Also, for Mirio's costume, I kind of like Mirio's costume, like and name like Lumillion or Rumillion. Like he named himself for his ability to save millions of people. And also notes that how do I put it here? The name also, because of the whole RL thing in Japanese, it also kind of has his actual name in there, Mirio. So you definitely got something going there too. I also like the fact that his actual costume actually has the number million on there, like 1 million. It's actually across his chest. I also wonder, and I think I mentioned this before, like how often does he go through costumes in a day? I also like the fact that we actually have Deku's mask again, because we haven't seen it in a while. But it seems to be just a front covering mask more than anything else, because you can still see his hair behind him. No, thinking about it just now, I just had kind of a weird little thought. Bear with me on this. What if Deku, he does fail, like things go badly, he's in such despair that he's very, very tempted, or at least it looks like he's going to be tempted to give up One for All to Mirio. But all it really does is like prompt him to become an even better hero. He's going to just swear to become even better than he was. That's kind of a good possible way for me to see this arc going. But again, it's too early to say just yet. This is a pretty good chapter. This is like a good chapter though, because I do like seeing both how Mirio and Deku kind of act differently on the job. Like Mirio's the voice of experience, but at the same time Deku's right. Like they can't just ignore this without being even more suspicious. So there you go on that. I'm gonna go ahead and call the review here though at this point and let it go. Again, that's My Hero Academia chapter 129, Eri. Until next week, have a good time and bye bye.